I told y'all I was getting 5 pair minimum.
So I just picked up my pair from FLX at the Empire State Foot Locker. Shit, crazy, bro. You could even still go up there, I heard, but I have to go back to Jersey. A long day. Got some good footage for y'all, so stay on the lookout.
Last night, stay right here. The first off a whack ass ticket, but it's gonna mean something. Stay right here. Hey, I got you, brother. Tape is good. Black tape. Black tape. That's not a lie, dickhead. Black tape. Inside the black, are we fine? Like a grown ass man. Earlier today.
Packer shoes. They're going to be giving out 100 red tickets. 100 red tickets. One for each person. If you don't get a ticket, you have to leave. You're not going to get sneakers today.
What's up, everybody? whydavis here, back with another review. So I'm showing you guys the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. Now, before I actually get into the video, I just want to say, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Just support the channel any way you can possible. I'm giving you guys the most realistic reviews. I'm also dropping about 20 videos per month on pure sneaker content. I'm not talking about what's coming out. I'm not talking about how a shoe's gonna do. Pure sneaker content, normally the day of when the shoe comes out, because I am a retail poppy. Maybe sometime a day after, like this video is about to be shown to you guys. But I already did a review on this, a very detailed review showing you guys what the shoe should look like. For everybody that's out there wondering, when they get their pairs, what to look for inside and out, the best way that I can possible. And I will say that on the 5 or 6 pairs that I did get yesterday, all the production dates are the same except like for 2 maybe, and it came in like the production date of like 4, meaning like the months. But other than that, I gotta give a huge shout out to Packer Shoes, the only store in the tri-state area to do first come first serve. Also want to give a huge shout out to the Teaneck Police Department. The store opens officially at 11 and they officially closed it down by like 2 o'clock. It was just the best thing to do in my opinion to keep things from getting more out of control than what it already was. No fights broke out or anything like that, and in my opinion it was probably the best option to just shut it down. Packers did try their best to show love to the community, but we as a community just could not get it together. So with that being said, the price did go up, and when you have 100 and something people waiting outside since yesterday, and people are there trying to cut and get in front, things are going to get nasty. So nobody in line was expecting that shoe to go from $300 to $400 to almost $500. So $80 to $100 increase from what the shoe started at. It's going to be some mayhem there. So the police was there. They tried to calm it down, but it was just too hectic. Like I said again, it was the only store in the tri-state area that I know of anyway that did a release. So I'm talking about like the whole New Jersey, the whole New York that I know of. And it was just super crazy. I mean, like when I say like know of, I mean like posted that it was going to be first come first serve, not somewhere where you just went and found out that it was first come first serve. I mean like posted and basically saying like, hey, we're gonna have the shoe. So they tried to do what they could do for the community, but it just did not work out. But shout out to them again. Now this shoe was going for about $300 when they announced that this shoe was going to be first come first serve. And you got to think about it, the resale market has changed from what it was a year ago. Around this time last year, Pandas was going for about $350, and today they're going for about $150 to $120. So let's get right into it, guys. So before I show you guys any clips from that event yesterday, which I had to be at, how can you not be at the only store doing first come first serve in basically the world that I know of? So a little bit of history behind that. Yesterday it started with Foot Locker. Now you was able to get this shoe from 5 through 6 p.m., meaning to claim your pair if you won. Could not get through the app until about 5:48. I want to say that's around the time that I got through. And basically with that being said, you had 12 minutes to claim your pair. Now, when I finally did get through, it will say like, hey, you have until this time to confirm. And it said you had until 7:01. Now, if you guys remember last week when the Forest came out, you wasn't able to get through until around the same time, like 5:45. And then it stopped at 6 p.m. You didn't get extra time to claim your pairs or anything like that. If you missed it, you missed it. And then you had to go on the waiting list or you just forfeited your pair. On this release, since it was bigger and Foot Lockers and, you know, all the stores had a whole bunch of pairs, they did not want these shoes to go unclaimed, in my opinion. So they gave us an hour, you know, after that to actually claim these shoes. And I will show you guys a picture right here. But if you didn't confirm from 5 to 6, you actually had until 7:01 to confirm. And then if you didn't confirm by 7:01 and you got waitlisted in that time period, you had until 8, because that's the time I got through on one of my waitlisting pairs. I got through at 8 via notification. I opened it up and you had it actually until 9. So they did give you an hour to actually get these shoes if you didn't get from the original times of 5 through 6 or 8 through 9. So they did give you an hour to actually confirm your shoes after, you know what I mean, what the time slot normally is. So I did think that was a good job by them. Normally, from what we've been seeing recently, they haven't been doing that. But that was number 1, okay? Number 2 was on sneakers. That morning, the app was not working. It was just crazy. You know, you couldn't get through. I actually did get through. I got an email. I didn't actually see the actual got them because the app was messing up so much and I was trying to focus on what was happening at the store. I just kept closing it, closing it and opening it. And eventually I did get through one time where it showed like your shipping address and I kept pressing continue. And then it was like circling and not really working. And I closed it and then opened it and then I had to do it over. But sometimes, you know, that happens. With that being said, if you guys watched the whole Air Jordan 11 show, on the Air Jordan 11 show, I watched that show for a whole hour, bro. I actually seen it say shop at the bottom, hit shop, got my pair, said I was in line waiting and things like that. Called my girlfriend who wasn't even doing it yet and, you know, got the shoe and I didn't even get the shoe. And tons of people I know that didn't even watch the shoe got the shoe. So I mean, like, you know, they definitely switched up the algorithm on how things work with the Nike app. I did a video a long time ago saying like the things I think work, and definitely that stuff does not work anymore. You can't even do half of the things that I was telling you guys to do in that video, meaning like switch your shipping address to like, you know, 1 day and 2 days and whatever the case may be. But I will show you guys that clip right here. I also was screen recording some stuff on there because I felt like it was a lot of history and a lot of things that I did not know, which was pretty cool in my opinion.
Underneath a baseball stadium in Birmingham, Alabama, with a towel over both of us so no one else could see it.
But yeah, I watched that show for a whole hour and didn't hit on no sizes. So with all that being said, guys, I'm about to get into the video now. As you guys know, I already did a very detailed review on this shoe. But open up the top of the box right here, you know, we get the Nike with the swoosh in there and everything like that. On the tissue paper here, it is like in a dark gray. We get some ads and things like that on there. If you guys want a more detailed vision or look or into the story, I dropped a video on the Air Jordan 1 KO, which I will show you guys right here. It goes into a lot of info how this started out with Nike and things like that. But yeah, let's open up the shoe right here. We get some tissue paper, as you guys can see. And then, you know, this is the shoe right here. Now, with all those stories that I did tell you guys, Packer Shoe did try their best to do first come, first serve. They was probably going to give out about 100 tickets, and we just could not get it together as a community. Now, with all that being said, again, these shoes was going for about 300 bucks. And yesterday, when the sneaker app and, you know, everything started happening, these shoes shot up 80 to 100 bucks, which is something that we don't really see nowadays, because once a shoe drops, it gets even worse, especially like when shoes actually do release. But since this is such an iconic shoe, since this is an exact look of an old shoe that we haven't seen since 1985, I'm gonna show you guys some pictures right here that I found on Complex. This shoe looks almost identical to that shoe. And how much more could you get identical than this? You know what I mean? The shoe looks very old. It looks the best way a new shoe could look old, in my opinion. It looks almost like that shoe. And I think they did an amazing job. This is probably one of the best shoes of this is the best shoe of the year and probably the best shoe of the decade, in my opinion. The closest thing that we got to an OG pair of shoes, and you know how long. And I just love the fact that, you know, I was able to get multiple pairs for retail. I'm very amazed with this shoe. But if you guys look at the bottom of the shoe right here, I showed you guys on the review earlier that both shoes didn't come the same on the bottom of the shoe. Like one shoe looked more older than the other. And I'm glad that I'm seeing different variations, because all shoes won't age the same, because you know, as time goes on, we don't all age the same, and nothing does. So I do like the fact that they made you know, the bottoms on these not look the same. So that's a very dope touch in my opinion. I don't know if that was purposely done or done by mistake, but either way, I think it's a dope touch. Now looking at the outsole slash midsole on the shoe, it is white with some white stitching. Same thing on the inside. Coming towards the base of the shoe, back on the outside of the shoe, we get this white cracked leather. Now they had a lot of practice on the Reimagined. They had a lot of practice on the Air Jordan 1 Visionary, the white and yellow looking ones, the Volts, and they had a lot of practice on Mama Air 2s to make this shoe that exact crack that we want, but not be flaking all over the place like, you know, it was rain and dandruff. So I think they did a really good job with the leather on here. And with that being said, they have like some type of like concealer or something over top of this where, you know, this won't crack when you rub your hands on it and, you know, start lacing up your shoes and doing your daily activities. Now, will this happen, you know, 3 to 4 years from now? Probably not, because the shoe is just probably going to start cracking as time goes on. But as of right now, for the first year or two, I don't see this leather, you know, cracking or getting all over the place like those shoes did. And I think they had a lot of practice on those shoes, and they came with the right formula on this shoe, and I love it a lot, because I wasn't really a big fan of that stuff getting all over the place, but I was a fan of the shoe actually having like that cracked leather and, you know, peeling off and things like that. But I feel like they did an amazing job with this shoe right here. Now, with all that being said, as you guys see on the outside of the shoe, we get some red hits on here as well, and that Chicago red. I do see a little bit of stitching errors, as you guys see on the outside and on the inside of my shoe. But for the most part, on the outside of the shoe, it does look pretty good. If you guys look towards the top of the ankle right there, we get the Air Jordan logo. At the top, it has black cracked leather, and underneath the logo, it has some black cracked leather. Coming towards the inside of the shoe, as you guys see, we get the same thing. Let me know if you guys are picking these up. I will say, I don't know if market is going to go back down for any time soon, because it is the holiday season, but you know, people pockets might get tight, so we might see a little bit of a price decrease once people get their pairs in from, you know, Nike and things like that. But this is actually how the shoe comes standard, how the shoe actually comes with 2 pair of laces in it. Toe box right here, we get this cracked leather. Now you guys might want to put some Werble shoes in these, you know, to keep them looking nice and fresh at all times if you don't want to have any wrinkles in them. But this is what the shoe will look like. We get some red on the mud guard, as you guys can see right there. We also get some more white with some white stitching, and then we get the red at the bottom creeping up with the very detailed stars. Now these shoes do come standard with 2 pair of laces, and as you guys see, this is how they come standard with the laces like this. Pretty dope in my opinion. At the top of the tongue right here, it says Nike Air in white, and then the background of that is in red, and then we get that sail tongue, as you guys can see. Now on the inside of the tongue, we just get some language, and it's telling us where the shoe is from and things like that. All right, we do actually get some tissue inserts. We don't get cardboard inserts. I think that's a thing in the past now. If you guys look at the insole on the actual shoe, it is white. It says Nike Air. We get the sizing sticker at the top right there, and on the inside of the production dates, I do have the same as I showed you guys in the first video: 05, 24, 22, the 07, 26, 22. So for everyone that was wondering, I was right about the production dates that you should get on your shoes. Now I actually do have like 2 pairs here on me that I got from Foot Locker that says 04, 06, but you know, for the most part, they all have this date on it from dates. I even seen one from 5 to 8. But if you guys have that range, you know, you should be good. You have a better chance of your shoes being real. But you know, it is what it is. So under the actual insole, it's a Dream Cell insole, so I'll show you guys that real quick. And on a detailed video, just like I showed you guys, on the inside of this shoe, we get the white tape, like I showed you guys, that you should be seeing on your shoes. All right, and on the bottom of that, it is gray, and then we get like that white stitching, as you guys can see in there. All right, coming towards the back of the shoes right here, as you guys see, we get that cracked leather at the top of the back of the shoes, which looks very identical to the picture that I showed you guys earlier, and I'll show you guys one more time. But these shoes are just amazing in my opinion. Just amazing. If you guys look at the back of these shoes right here, very identical to what we see in 1985, and probably going to be one of the best releases to come out for quite a long time in my opinion, especially, you know, raising from what the market has been lately, because this is a buyer market now, and to what it is today. And this shoe shot up once again $100, which we haven't seen in a long time. I do have a size 9 and a 9.5, so I'm gonna show you guys my foot is in the toe box right now. As you guys can see, I have a size 9 on the left, a size 9.5 on the right. All right, now I'm a true size 9, but only get 9.5 in on my shoes.
Except for 450s and 350s, I really need to go full size up on those now. But all that being said, as you guys can see, this is what they look like on feet. Now, in the size 9, I will say you can go true to size on this. You know, if you normally go true to size on your shoes, this is definitely going to be the best option for you. But if you like a little bit of space in your shoes or have a wider foot, you might want to go up half a size. It just feels a little bit better and give you a better shoe experience. In my opinion, everybody has their different preferences, but I'm gonna show you guys where my foot is in the toe box right now. So once again, I have size 9 on the left, size 9.5 on the right. So I'm gonna show you guys my foot is in the toe box on the size 9. So this is my big toe right here. Okay, I do have a little bit of space at the top right there. I can't really push down from the top, as you guys can see, but if you push from the front of the shoe, you can see that I do have a little bit of space in there, and that's on the size 9. Now with the 9.5 here, my big toe is right here, and I have a little bit more space to push down on the top of the shoe, as you guys can see. Not that big of a difference, but as you guys see, I have a little bit more room for error in this shoe, and I could also push from the front, and as you guys see, I have a lot more space to do that. Now once again, I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna push down from the front and show you guys the extra space that I do have. This is my big toe. This is the extra amount of space that I do have. So not that much, as you guys see, but you can really see right there on the inside that I do have a little bit of space there. Now with the true to size 9 one, as you guys see, my big toe is right at the top of the shoe. All right, and I don't really have that same amount of space that I showed you guys earlier. But other than that, they feel really nice on feet, both sizes, true to size and 9.5. In my opinion, I would go up half a size because it's just a better you know, experience with the shoe, but you know, to each his own. Now with that being said, there is no slippage on these shoes when they are unlaced. I already showed you guys that on the other video, but I just want to show you guys my foot is in the toe box on these, and I'll show you guys what these look like with some different pants options right now.
Okay guys, so hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, show your boy some love, and stay tuned.